I remember sitting alone in my living room staring at the floor after my surgery, thinking, will life ever feel normal again? Honestly, cancer changed me in ways nobody warned me about. Not just physically, emotionally too, spiritually too. And after everything was over, that's when the loneliness really started.
Welcome to God Showed Up Stories. This is the story of fear, recovery, isolation, and how God sent someone into his life when he was struggling silently after prostate cancer.
When I first heard the diagnosis, my entire body went cold. Prostate cancer. Even hearing the words out loud felt terrifying, because suddenly, all I could think about was my future, my family, my health, whether I was going to survive. The weeks that followed became a blur of appointments, scans, phone calls, and fear. I tried staying strong, tried acting calm around everyone else. But honestly, inside, I was terrified. There's something about hearing the word cancer that changes the way you see life. Suddenly, every moment feels fragile. Eventually, the doctors recommended surgery, and while I was grateful there was a treatment plan, I was still scared. Scared of complications, scared of pain, scared my life would never feel the same again afterward. The surgery itself went well, but recovery? Recovery was harder than I expected. Physically, I felt weak. Emotionally, I felt embarrassed sometimes. And honestly, I struggled with things I never thought I'd have to struggle with as a grown man. There were days I barely recognized myself. And the worst part? Most people assumed once the surgery was over, everything was okay again. But deep down, I was still fighting mentally every single day. Some nights I sat awake in silence, wondering why I felt so empty, why I felt so disconnected from life, why fear still lingered, even after treatment. And honestly, that loneliness became one of the hardest parts of the journey. I remember one rainy afternoon sitting alone at a small diner after another follow-up appointment. I barely touched my coffee. I just sat there, quietly staring out the window, feeling emotionally exhausted. And honestly, I felt invisible, like nobody truly understood what I had been carrying. That's when someone unexpectedly sat down near me, an older man, friendly, calm. At first, we just exchanged small talk, but somehow the conversation became deeper. Eventually, he looked at me and quietly said, "You've been through cancer too, haven't you?" Honestly, I froze, because I hadn't even mentioned it, but somehow he knew. Turns out, he was also a prostate cancer survivor. And for the next hour, he talked to me about everything I had been silently struggling with. The fear, the emotional exhaustion, the recovery, the shame, the anxiety about the future. And honestly, for the first time since my diagnosis, I felt understood. He told me something I'll never forget. He said, "Cancer may change your life, but it doesn't get to steal your purpose." That sentence hit me deeply, because honestly, I had spent months feeling broken. But sitting there talking with someone who had survived the same battle, something inside me shifted. Hope returned, not because every problem disappeared overnight, but because God reminded me I wasn't walking this road alone. Over the next several months, that man became an incredible source of encouragement in my life. We prayed together, talked regularly, and slowly, I started healing emotionally too. Today, I still carry scars from that season, but I'm grateful I survived. And looking back now, I truly believe God sent someone into my life exactly when I needed encouragement the most. Because sometimes God heals through people, through conversations, through kindness, through reminders that we are not alone. So if you're struggling after illness right now, please hear this carefully. Your battle does not define your worth. You are not forgotten. And even during recovery, God is still walking beside you.
If this story spoke to you, comment "God showed up" down below. And if God has ever sent someone into your life during a difficult season, comment "God sent help." Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to God Showed Up Stories, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a story. And share this with someone who may be fighting cancer or recovering right now. Thanks for listening. And remember, God always shows up right on time.